From robots that can read your mind to jetpacks and 3D printed food, the future is already here in a very big way. The question is, are we ready for it? And how will these new technologies change the way that we live? Welcome to Technology. I'm Alex Melky. We're about to explore the future today with 3 technologies that we don't have to wait for because they already exist. First up, let's talk robots. Over the past 20 years, our relationship with them has changed dramatically. We've gone from letting a Roomba clean up our messy apartment to creating a full-on parkour master. Now, while this footage from Boston Dynamics might be a terrifying reminder of movies like The Terminator, the reality isn't too far off. But what's scarier than a robot that can do parkour? How about a robot that can read your mind? The US Department of Defense began funding brain-computer interface research as far back as the 1970s and isn't showing any signs of slowing down. A market that has been evaluated at over $1 billion in 2022, with big players like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg showing interest in the tech. In 2017, MIT gave the world a first look at the prototype for a mind-reading robot. Their scientists and engineers figured out a way to combine brainwaves and hand gestures in such a way that a machine could be an extension of the human brain. From this technology came Alter Ego, a wearable neural interface that allows us to speak in our own human language with machines, AI, and other people without ever actually using our voice. Imagine being able to Google anything just by thinking and articulating the words with your tongue, having an AI get the answer, and then deliver it to you through vibrations in your skull.
What's the largest city in Bulgaria, and what is the population?
Sofia, 1.21 million.
That is correct. You have the entire internet in your head.
That's the idea.
Elon Musk has hype building around his own take on the Alter Ego, a device he's calling Neuralink, which promises to allow humans greater access to our brains, not unlike the magic pill from the movie Limitless. But there are some, like Elon Musk, who believe that this merging of humanity and technology could lead to something called a singularity, an uncontrollable and irreversible change to the human race. If we're not careful with how we use this technology, merging our thoughts with a computer could change what it means to be a human forever. We found out how mind-reading robots could be used to change the world, but it's a big world, and we're gonna need new ways to explore it. Something that puts motorcycles and planes to shame: jetpacks. Jetpacks are always the first thing that comes to mind when many people think about what the future might look like, and engineers have been trying to crack the technology as far back as the 1950s. In 1966, the Bell Rocket Belt was unveiled to the world at a racetrack in England. It was a big, loud machine that didn't have the elegance of what was shown in science fiction movies. It was less of a jetpack and more of a hoverpack, allowing the pilot to move up and over a large area. Still, it gave the people a first look at what technology the future held. In 2015, a company called Jetpack Aviation stepped up to the challenge. The company's CEO and test pilot flew what was at the time the world's only jetpack across the Hudson River. Small enough to fit in the back of a car and powerful enough to reach a few thousand feet, this was the first real-life jetpack. Today, Gravity Industries is pushing the envelope even further. From a backpack-based jetpack, the technology has evolved into something resembling the Iron Man suit. It's also garnered the attention of the military, who are understandably interested in the ability to have soldiers fly over entire battlefields. There are no weapons attached to the current models that Gravity Industries are developing, but it is possible that this new tech, like others before it, is used for violence and destruction. It all depends on who's in the pilot's seat. After a long day of mind-reading robots and flying around with jetpacks, we're bound to get a little hungry, and food always tastes better when someone else makes it, or something else. Gone are the days of doing groceries, cooking your own food, and washing your own dishes. We're moving into the world of 3D printed food, a concept that's been in the works for a few years. The technology, first discovered in 2006, works in the same way that a traditional printer would, by inputting the information of whatever it is that you want to print into the machine, only swapping out ink for an edible material. In 2016, the world got its first pop-up restaurant, serving only gourmet 3D printed food. From New York to Berlin, foodies were eating up this new way to experience fine dining. In 2017, NASA began working with BHEX, a company that specialized in machines that could automatically decorate cakes. The idea was to find a way to bring pizza to the astronauts in the International Space Station. Unfortunately, Pizza Hut and Domino's don't have any roots outside the Earth's atmosphere, so the next best thing was to 3D print an entire pizza in space. The machine worked. Astronauts were able to use the Chef 3D printer, choosing the size, shape, and ingredients they wanted on their slice of pizza. But it wasn't exactly from a 5-star restaurant, so companies back on Earth kept working at the idea of a 3D food printer. Today, restaurants are able to 3D print pretty much everything from pasta to cakes and even vegan steak that tastes exactly like meat. There are some concerns about the nutrition in 3D printed food, whether it's healthy to eat every single day. The surprising answer, though, is that it is, because you can control the amount of sugars and vitamins and minerals and proteins in every single bite. So while it might be a strange thought, our kitchens might be replaced with a computer someday very soon. The future is definitely going to be a big change from what we're used to right now, and it's not that far off. Some of these technologies already exist today. It won't be long before you're controlling your jetpack with your mind on your way to a 3D printed dinner. But what do you think? Are you excited about all three of these technologies, or is there one that kind of freaks you out? Let us know in the comments below. And subscribe to Technality so you never miss another episode. See you in the future.